perfectly placed with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics.
There ain't no money.
Food additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To lower the risks, choose fresh fruits and vegetables when you can and avoid processed meats. Don't put plastic in the microwave because heat can cause chemicals to leak into your food. When cooking or serving hot foods, use glass or ceramic dishes. For more on keeping your child healthy, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
The internet is vast and unending, but you don't have to go that far to hear your favorite talk show hosts. Search, stop, and listen at News Radio 1440. News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We are 1 week and a day away from the election, and Donald Trump was back in his hometown before an adoring crowd of thousands. Correspondent Robert Costa was there.
At one of the world's most famous arenas, former President Donald Trump laid out his closing argument in this campaign.
We will have the strongest economy, the most secure borders, the safest cities.
Trump took the stage at a jam-packed Madison Square Garden in Manhattan. But as the Trump campaign continues to court the Latino vote, it was this offhand joke that drew swift backlash.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Vice President Harris was in battleground Pennsylvania, where she rallied supporters in Philadelphia.
So, Philly, I've got a question for you. Are you ready to do this?
Not with you.
Are we going to do this? Yes. Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win?
People with opposing political views are a bitterly divided bunch. CBS's Stacey Lynn on a new survey from Johns Hopkins University.
Of the Republicans who believe that Donald Trump won in 2020, 3/4 think that Democrats are evil. On the other end, though, half of Democrats considered Republicans evil, according to the results of the survey.
New push to restart stalled ceasefire talks in Gaza. CBS's
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
End this war starting again. Israel's spy chief is scheduled to meet soon with his U.S. counterpart and Qatar's prime minister in Doha. The aim to resume talks between Israel and Hamas to reach that elusive ceasefire and hostage deal.
So far, no response from either side on a proposal from Egypt for a 2-day pause during which 4 hostages would be freed. A favorite burger's making a comeback, minus the raw onions linked to a deadly bacterial outbreak. CBS's Wendy Gillette.
McDonald's announced that the Quarter Pounder will be back on the menu at all locations sometime this week. The fast food giant said testing found that there was no E. coli present in the company's beef patties.
The Dodgers say their star will be back for Game 3 of the World Series in New York tonight.
And he's in some pain. Ohtani's grabbing his left arm.
Shohei Ohtani partially dislocated his shoulder as he slid in to steal second base in the 7th inning of Game 2 Saturday night. Los Angeles leads the series 2-0. S&P futures are up 26. Dow futures ahead 132. Is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously. But what's more, MediShare members like it a lot. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing. If you join before October 30th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is October 30th. So call now.
Woo!
We'll save you
Another shoot.
Here's the number: 877-64-BIBLE. That's
Another
877-64-BIBLE.
shooting.
877-64-BIBLE.
There's a new plan to make Tinseltown sparkle again.
Sometimes for less money.
We took it for granted and assumed that the industry was always going to be here.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass says she and Gavin Newsom announced a proposal to make it more attractive for filmmakers by boosting its film and TV tax credit from $350 million to $750 million. Governor Newsom, we need the jolt. That jolt will need a in the state legislature. Michael Toscano, CBS News.
A celebrity chef is asking for help.
There has been a great cheese robbery.
Jamie Oliver making a plea on Instagram to anyone who may know the whereabouts of nearly 1,000 wheels of artisanal cheddar from an award-winning dairy in London. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one line. Here's why you need to act right now. Every moment you belong, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life. Women's Men's Health has years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. Procrastination is a thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who walked out of our doors to the sweat. Call Montgomery Men's Health at 334-440-3663 or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now. Dial 334-440-3663 or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, making it happen.
You hear that sound? That's someone spreading an illness in your facility. Don't worry. Janny King, the king of clean, can help. For over 35 years, we've been cleaning and disinfecting office buildings, schools, churches, and even hospitals. Trust us to keep your employees safe, healthy, and at work this cold and flu season. To learn more about how our local cleaning experts can help you, visit JannyKingCleans.com. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
My fellow Americans, it's time to vote yes for a nicer, newer car. It's your commander in relief, Matt Parsley from Budget Car and Truck Sales. I'm on a mission to make car buying affordable again. So if you've been dreaming of driving a nicer, newer car, cast your old right away, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value based on the price of the car you pick. I want to help you drive a car you want and deserve with the banks and the credit unions that say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. And give you way more for your old ride in the process. That's why at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists work hard to help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment you can afford. So cast your old ride away with the banks that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. But hurry, like elections, these deals won't last forever. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for Liberty. See all these all-American rides at BudgetSaysYes.com. 61 Mendel Parkway next to Fraser Church, or call 334-244-9777.
With cybersecurity awareness rising, to remind you to update your software. These updates are used to patch up security issues that gain access to your personal info. But for comprehensive identity theft protection, there's LifeLock. LifeLock alerts you to more uses of your personal info and fixes identity theft issues that arise. Start your 30-day free trial at lifelock.com. Use my name as your promo code to play.
Get prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Good.
And then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off
Good,
counter. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
While on your way to work tomorrow morning, join Kevin Elkins for Decisions. News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on America's most dependable 5G network. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with Pure Talk.
Cool, breezy, and cloudy start to our Monday. We'll give way to some sunshine by this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the low 80s with an easterly breeze. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows will be in the 50s. Tuesday all the way through Friday, features sun and clouds. Highs will remain in the mid to low 80s. Overnight lows in the 60s, with mainly dry weather expected this week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Your 7 o'clock hour kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area. Check with the surrounding counties. They're clear as well. Traffic flow, things are looking good. No backups or slowdowns. Keep listening, and we'll keep you posted. Caterpillar is the name when it comes to heavy equipment to get the job done. Thompson Tractor's been serving Alabama and Northwest Florida for over 60 years. For serious work, Thompson Cat is ready. Highway 80 off of I-85. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. More than 100 members of the Alabama National Guard are headed to the U.S.-Mexico border to assist U.S. Customs and Border Control. Much of the mission is classified. The deployment could last anywhere from 9 months to more than a year. Montgomery police investigating a deadly shooting happened about 6:40 Saturday night. Authorities found 34-year-old Marcarius Williams on Mill Street. That's in the Washington Park area in Montgomery. Montgomery police are investigating this as a homicide. If you can help, call Crime Stoppers at 215-STOP. In East Alabama, officials are investigating a deadly crash that killed a teenager. Authorities say that crash involved a car and an 18-wheeler on Interstate 85 North between exits 57 and 58. A 19-year-old passenger died. 3 other people inside the car were treated for minor injuries. The 18-wheeler driver was not harmed. I'm Bethany Davis in the newsroom.
If you've been injured in a car wreck, I'm the name you need to know. Call Johnny Adams at 500-5000. Call me, Johnny Adams.
Diabetes, blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-859-3220. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-859-3220. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-859-3220. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-859-3220, 800-859-3220, or biglou.com.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. My mom is stronger than anyone I've ever known. Growing up when life got hard, her strength helped pull us through. Even after her heart failure diagnosis, she remained stronger than ever.
My family's support keeps me strong. Together, we're rising above heart failure.
Heart failure doesn't have to steal your strength. For simple steps you can take to help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays Weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. You need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of love, hold my hand and have no fear. 'Cause I will be here.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine. For it's one more day, one more, that you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It's time to rise and shine. It is time this morning, though, for our premiere presentation of Our Daily Bread. It is October the 28th, 2024 AD. It's time for Our Daily Bread, a word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one. But either way, it's good for the soul. And again, good morning. Today's Daily Bread is simply entitled Getting Rid of Baggage. I think we all could handle some of that today. Our scripture insight today comes from Genesis 33, 1 through 11. But we'll start off with Genesis 33 and 4, which reads, Esau ran to meet Jacob and embraced him. There's a message in there somewhere. All you have to do is listen. And again, good morning. It is it's October the 28th. Again, it is a day that has never been, and it is a day that will never, ever come again. It is a once-in-a-lifetime day. Once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should do the day that you don't. And you certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, October the 28th, 2024, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen and you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, the charity, and the love of God, we may, I am not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, until you can't. Because somewhere along your life journey, somebody did the same for you. Gave you a shoulder to lean on, some wisdom, some love that changed your life. You can do no less. Benjamin Elijah said, whatever you do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. And no matter what happens this day, it is still a fantastic, a stupendous day. Still a great day to be alive. Good morning. Getting rid of baggage. That's our daily bread for today, August the 28th, 2024, and we'll be back, hopefully. Good morning to you. Okay, no PT yet, no PT yet. Okay, I don't know what happened to that, but okay. We have to do, we can't do the PT first. We ain't got the energy yet. This gives us the energy. We'll be back. And good morning to all of you. Now, we're going to do away with the PT today because we got a audio piece we got to play. But, however, we are still going to honor our armed forces of the United States of America because home without freedom would not look the same. Then when we get that, advice of a third grade teacher. Well, actually, a third grade dropout. There are a lot of lessons to be learned in this one today. We'll be back right after this. Good morning to all the men in uniform, past, present, and future. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and the Space Force. And I don't know if they're still around, but the Merchant Marines also. So good morning to you. We appreciate your service. Of course, a lot of people say that they just say it because they heard somebody else say it, but most of us really mean it. We do appreciate your service. Going in harm's way, sitting on the fence while we sleep at night, not realizing that the only reason why we can do it, besides for the grace of God, is because men and women, young and old, have served, are serving, or will serve in the armed forces of the United States. Good morning. And I'm still trying to get the recruiters up here. I talked to the colonel the other day while I was at the hymn thing. The sergeant major, and see, I got a lot of pull. Okay, talk to the colonel and the sergeant major, and we're gonna get them up here. All right, I'm just saying. That's kind of pull I got. That's kind of swag I got these days. Okay, so I accidentally ran into him. Sorry about that. But John Bowman made sure I was there to run into him. I like their new uniforms too. I like the color. I had to get me one of those for Veterans Day. On Veterans Day, I'm coming up here all smacked out in uniform. That's right, medals and all. Okay, it's not like the medals is a big deal. I didn't have a whole lot of them. But I will say one thing. How many years ago it was? October the 23rd, 24th, 25th, something like that. In 83, right after the Marines, on the ship, what we were involved in then, well, I was with the 82nd Airborne then. You can figure the rest out by yourself. And get that. As a matter of fact, it was October the 25th, 1983, when I finally figured out that the military was a place where you go and there's a possibility of actually getting hurt with the Grenada thing. However, I wasn't a hero. By the time I got there, it was all over anyway. Anyway, but it's still you don't know what it's going to be like when you get there. A military base doing combat operations is it's a strange place. A whole new feeling comes over. When you had Bragg, you were walking around, trying to impress the old girlies and all that stuff with the nice uniform on, the beret and all that stuff, and but you got to pay for that beret. You got to pay for those shine boots. You got to pay by getting on a plane sometime headed to some point unknown, and nobody told you where the hell you're going. Okay then. Well, we didn't know, but anyway, we lost 19 people in the Grenada thing. And I must admit, some of that was friendly fire. But by the time I got there, the danger was over, But it's still dangerous to be in the military, no matter whether they're shooting at you or not. A lot of people get killed in the military, even when not in combat. So you have nothing to be ashamed of. If you haven't been to combat yet, stick around long enough, you'll go there. Anyway, Fort Bragg changed that day for me. It was a wake up call. You don't get 3 hots in the cot for nothing. We're not paying your fee and everything for nothing. Every once in a while you will be called on to do your job. Okay then. Well, anyway, so much for that. But anyway, I have to do our thing today. We're gonna do our this is by Dr. Rick Rigsby. All right, I'm gonna take this. I shouldn't do it. I'm gonna do it in. Good morning. Who's this? That's what I thought. So let me do this one, and we'll come back and talk about some more important things. I know it's on everybody's mind, the election, and it's really not on mine. I mean, we pretty much up the creek no matter who gets in there, and not because Donald Trump's a bad guy, but because they're just going to get a guy the blues anyway if he wins. And we certainly up the creek if she gets in there. I'm gonna let you hear some of the things she says. I mean, how in the world did she become the Attorney General of the state of California? What law school did she go to? Because she is not quick-witted at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. But anyway, we'll come back uno momento. So don't y'all go no place. Okay, where did that thing go here? Okay, where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, well I don't know what I did with it. Oh, there it is, right there. We'll be back right after this.
To say third grade and drop out. That third grade dropout, the wisest person I ever met in my life, who taught me to combine knowledge and wisdom to make an impact, was my father. A simple cook. Wisest man I ever met in my life. Just a simple cook. Left school in the third grade to help out on the family farm, but just because he left school doesn't mean his education stopped. Mark Twain once said, I've never allowed my schooling to get in the way of my education. My father taught himself how to read, taught himself how to write, decided in the midst of Jim Crowism, as America was breathing the last gasp of the Civil War, my father decided he was going to stand and be a man. Not a black man, not a brown man, not a white man, but a man. He literally challenged himself to be the best that he could all the days of his life. I have 4 degrees. My brother is a judge. We're not the smartest ones in our family. It's a third grade dropout daddy. A third grade dropout daddy who was quoting Michelangelo, saying to us, boys, I won't have a problem if you aim high and miss, but I'm going to have a real issue if you aim low and hit. A country mother quoting Henry Ford, saying if you think you can or if you think you can't, you're right. I learned that from a third grade drop. Simple lessons. Lessons like these. Son, you'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. We never knew what time it was at my house because the clocks were always ahead. My mother said for nearly 30 years, my father left the house at 3:45 in the morning. One day she asked him, why, Daddy? He said, maybe one of my boys will catch me in the act of excellence. I want to share 2 things with you. Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit, not an act. Don't ever forget that. I know you're tough, but always remember to be kind. Always. Don't ever forget that. Never embarrass mama. Yeah. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. If daddy ain't happy, don't nobody care. But I'm trying to tell you. Next lesson. Lesson from a cook over there in the galley. Son, make sure your servant's towel is bigger than your ego. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Y'all might have a relative in mind you want to send that to. Let me say it again. Ego is the anesthesia that deadens the pain of stupidity. Pride is the burden of a foolish person. John Wooden coached basketball at UCLA for a living, but his calling was to impact people. And with all those national championships, guess what he was found doing in the middle of the week? Going into the cupboard, grabbing a broom, and sweeping his own gym floor. You want to make an impact? Find your broom. Every day of your life, you find your broom. You grow your influence that way. That way you're attracting people so that you can impact them. Final lesson. Son, you're going to do a job. Do it right. I've always been told how average I can be. Always been criticized about being average. But I want to tell you something. I stand here before you, before all of these people, not listening to those words, but telling myself every single day to shoot for the stars, to be the best that I can be. Good enough isn't good enough if it can be better, and better isn't good enough if it can be best. Let me close with a very personal story that I think will bring all this into focus. Wisdom will come to you in the unlikeliest of sources, a lot of times through failure. When you hit rock bottom, remember this. While you're struggling, rock bottom can also be a great foundation on which to build and on which to grow. I'm not worried that you'll be successful. I'm worried that you won't fail from time to time. Person that gets up off the canvas and keeps growing, that's the person that will continue to grow their influence. Back in the 70s, to help me make this point, let me introduce you to someone. I met the finest woman I'd ever met in my life. Back in my day, we'd have called her a brick house. This woman was the finest woman I'd ever seen in my life. There's just one little problem. Back then, ladies didn't like big old linemen. The blind side hadn't come out yet. They like quarterbacks and running backs. We're at this dance, and I find out her name is Trina Williams from Lompoc, California. And we were all dancing, and we're just excited. And I decided in the middle of dancing with her that I would ask her for her phone number. Trina was the first one. Trina was the only woman in college who gave me her real telephone number. The next day, we walked to Baskin & Robbins ice cream parlor. My friends couldn't believe it. This has been 40 years ago, and my friends still can't believe it. We go on a second date, and a third date, and a fourth date. We drive from Chico to Vallejo so that she could meet my parents. My father meets her. My daddy, my hero, he meets her, pulls me to the side and says, "Is she psycho?" But anyway, we go together for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. By now, Trina's a senior in college. I'm still a freshman, but I'm working some things out. I'm so glad I graduated in 4 terms. Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan. So now it's time to propose. So I talked to her girlfriends, and it's California. It's in the 70s, so it has to be outside. Have to have a candle, and have to have some chocolate. Listen, I'm from the hood. I had a bottle of Boone's Farm wine. That's what I had. She said yes. That was the key. I married the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen in my life. Y'all ever been to a wedding, and even before the wedding starts, you hear this? How in the world? And it was coming from my side of the family. We get married, we have a few children, our lives are great. One day, Trina finds a lump in her left breast. Breast cancer. 6 years after that diagnosis, me and my 2 little boys walked up to Mommy's casket. And for 2 years, my heart didn't beat. If it wasn't for my faith in God, I wouldn't be standing here today. If it wasn't for those 2 little boys, there would have been no reason for which to go on. I was completely lost. That was rock bottom. You know what sustained me? The wisdom of a 3rd grade dropout. The wisdom of a simple cook. We're at the casket. I'd never seen my dad cry. But this time I saw my dad cry. That was his daughter. Trina was his daughter, not his daughter-in-law. And I'm right behind my father, about to see her for the last time on this earth. And my father shared 3 words with me that changed my life right there at the casket. It would be the last lesson he would ever teach me. He said, "Son, just stand. You keep standing. You keep standing, no matter how rough the sea, you keep standing." And I'm not talking about just water. You keep standing. No matter what, you don't give up. And as clearly as I'm talking to you today, these were some of her last words to me. She looked me in the eye and she said, "It doesn't matter to me any longer how long I live. What matters to me most is how I live." I ask y'all one question, a question that I was asked all my life by a 3rd grade dropout. How you living? How you living? Every day, ask yourself that question, how you living? Here's what a cook would suggest you to live this way. That you would not judge. That you would show up early. that you be kind, that you make sure that that servant's towel is huge and used, that if you're going to do something, you do it the right way. That cook would tell you this, that it's never wrong to do the right thing, that how you do anything is how you do everything. And in that way, you will grow your influence to make an impact. In that way, you will honor all of those who have gone before you, who have invested in you. Look in those unlikeliest places for wisdom. Enhance your life every day by seeking that wisdom and asking yourself every night, how am I living? May God richly bless you. Thank you for that.
Now that was the short version of that. One of these days, Friday, I'll play the full version of it, but not on this one. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine at 7:39 in the morning, and I'm feeling pretty good. Pretty good. Tell what I do. Now, let me take a break. We'll come back. Student of the week, the contestants for the student of the week. I got one of the students here whose name I can't pronounce, and somebody's gonna have to give me some help on this pronunciation because I want to make sure that the right person gets the right credit. So, what is their name? Let me see. I'm gonna spell it, and maybe one of y'all can send me a note and tell me how to pronounce it. But before we get this, how do you pronounce her name? How do you spell her name? Her name, I think it's a her. I'm just not. No, it's a he. Okay, it's a he, and it's HIEUTRIEU. So, how you try you? Anyway, I can't figure that one out. So HIEUTRIEU. So anybody knows how to pronounce that name? Make sure you text it to me in phonic. In other words, you send it to me. You spell it the way I'm supposed to say it. Okay, not the way it's okay. So anyway, it's HIEUTRIEU. That is one of the names. Okay, so anyway, but we do have more than two this week, so that's good. But this is the only one I couldn't pronounce the name. I can fake it, but then again, I might not give him credit that he deserves. So now I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna spell this one more time. Anybody know how to spell it? How to pronounce it? In other words, it's like if I was to say Bono, okay, then I would send you something that would say BOW, Bo, KNOW. That way I wouldn't get the spelling. You may get the spelling wrong, but I would know that means Bono. Okay. Anyway, so HIEUTRIEU. Okay. So somebody, how you pronounce that? All I know is it goes to Success Unlimited. So now that's one of those names that I've never really pronounced yet. But anyway, so we shall return uno momento with the candidates for the student of the week, and you get to vote from today until Thursday. All right. So when we come back, we'll tell you about who that is and a few other things, and we'll be back. 7:42 in the morning. We'll be right back.
Their forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. PureTalk gives you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on America's most dependable 5G network. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with PureTalk.
Cool, breezy, and cloudy start to our Monday. We'll give way to some sunshine by this afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the low 80s with an easterly breeze. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows will be in the 50s. Tuesday all the way through Friday features sun and clouds. Highs will remain in the mid to low 80s. Overnight lows in the 60s with mainly dry weather expected this week. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got our first accident. It's on Troy Highway, 4900 block of Troy Highway. That's there at Brubaker Boulevard. Also, a new accident on Highway 31 at Hunter Loop. So please use caution. If you see something else giving you trouble with traffic, safely contact us. We'll pass that info along. Haynes Ambulance is there for you, both on the ground and in the air. From a simple patient transport to life and death situations, Haynes is ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up. It's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner. And now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and love. Call 334-829-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance, building on 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future.
My fellow Americans, it's time to vote yes for a nicer, newer car. It's your commander in relief, Matt Parsley from Budget Car and Truck Sales. I'm on a mission to make car buying affordable again. So if you've been dreaming of driving a nicer, newer car, cast your old right away, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value based on the price of the car you pick. I want to help you drive a car you want and deserve with the banks and the credit unions that say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. And give you way more for your old ride in the process. That's why at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists work hard to help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment you can afford. So cast your old ride away with the banks that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. But hurry, like elections, these deals won't last forever. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these all-American rides at budgetsays.yes.com. 61 Mendel Parkway next to Fraser Church, or call 334-244-9777.
Hi, this is Tom Latham with Penny Earning Concrete Technologies. For years, you've heard me talking about our concrete projects, from stamped and patterned concrete to foundations for commercial manufacturing, driveways to commercial parking lots, even heavily invested in polished concrete for durable and inexpensive long-term service. What you may not know is we have equipment for clearing lots for construction, clearing and ridding land of scrub and underbrush. We cut roads, clear fence lines, clear pond dams, and pretty much any application where land is overgrown. We have mulchers that can grind underbrush into shreds and return it to nature for compost. Our equipment is minimally invasive, not disturbing and upturning your property where additional grading might be necessary. To clean or clear your property, call Penny Earned at 334-284-9292 and let us transform your overgrown property into a manageable and productive one. Check us out on Facebook at Transformers or call 334-284-9292.
My muscles ached. I was tired all the time. My son had a full-blown asthma attack. It came out of nowhere.
The unsettling thing about some symptoms is
I had a fever and these terrible headaches.
you don't always know what's causing them.
It was Lyme disease from a tick bite.
I had West Nile virus from a mosquito.
He had a reaction to cockroach allergens.
Threats to your health can come from unexpected places. Get the facts. Visit pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
Is the voice of the conservative millennial. The Ben Shapiro Show, Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Let me say good happy birthday to a couple of people on my list this morning. I see Eric Brooks. Happy birthday to you. Good morning, Eric. What's the sanitation part out there doing a job this morning, I guess. We got a lot of people in Facebook. Z got 100. That's okay. I'm not jealous. I'm not all. Yeah, I've had a lot of birthdays, so I can't expect to get too many things. Hey, see you. Also, my mother, Miss Graham, who's out of the hospital now, and I'm waiting for the radio from. I don't know what happened to the radio from this long, but you should see. I forgot about the radio. I guess it's stuck on the port of Los Angeles. Are the boats still out there? Are they still on strike? Everything comes from China anyway. If you on a boat someplace, we used to make things. You know what happened? Yes, bunch of filthy rich people want to be more filthy richer. And I don't know if they hold on. I kind of like Obama said one time, how much money is it? I think one of the road bills said, oh, this is a little more. Okay. You leave here, everybody's going to spend your money for you. They're like, what is it? It's not now, let's get to, let's get to school right now. I don't even know what time school starts. I know we go to school. I don't even know what time school. What time does school start anyway? 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I don't know. You know, when I was in school started at about 8 o'clock. Started back in the day. I don't know what time it starts now. Maybe the kids tell what time it starts. I don't know. Anyway, Halloween, we got a little sweeter. For three exceptions of my very students, when their schools nominated them for this week, the Student of the Week honor. Now, readers can see the accomplishments and vote for the recipient. This is from my little advertisement right here. A Student of the Week honors for hard work and high school students across the river region to put into their studies, their schools, and their greater community every day. And it aims to recognize as many awesome high schoolers as possible. Every public school and private high school in the outer Montgomery area is eligible to nominate one student in the week who exemplifies success in academics and community involvement. Nominees are revealed today on every Monday, and the readers can vote until 1 p.m. each Thursday. The winner is revealed each Friday, and more than 27,000 people voted in last week's poll. Thank you, Kevin Elkins. Thank you very much. I really want to pay kids a lot of attention. Not they don't get to play baseball and football. You know, I'm a full public school guy. I just like order. I just like order. But let me get kids. That's what I'm going to be. Now, who? This are the three people that are on the list this week. The first person, Gabriel West from Loveless Academic Magnet Program High School. Although he is just a freshman, educators say Gabriel is an exceptional student who loves science and naturally excels in her courses and has a bright future in STEM, in STEM, technology. But anyway, it's the technology field. If he chooses not to have. Beyond that, his public encouragement to practice is immediately ready to start school each day. This is the name I couldn't really pronounce too good. I also know that some of the my name, but anyway, HIEU, ERIEU. Now I'm going to try to pronounce it. Whatever it is, maybe I'll call it people over there. HIEU. Let me say HIEU. This actually looks like HIEU. Anyway, this individual goes to Success Unlimited Academy. HIEU is a student at Success Unlimited Academy who recently won Alabama's Independent School Association State Oratorio Contest. His teacher, Jaya Armstrong, Armstrong, said that HIEU is the top student in his speech class and is very focused on his academic study. He's taken honors courses and is a straight A student who is also an accomplished student of mixed martial arts got this guy's name right. Okay, that helped me out here. The last thing I need is to get a butt whooping from a mixed martial arts student. Okay, and works at his family's business in Montgomery. So how you, whatever that name is, somebody please tell me how to pronounce it, or call me and tell me how to pronounce it, because I'm too old to take a butt whooping. Okay, but I don't want to mess up his name because he may think that's some sort of disrespect, and it isn't. I just don't know. I think I'm close though. H-I-E. I think I'm close. Try you. How you try you? I think I'm close. Don't know exactly what ethnicity or what nationality that is, but I think I'm close. But I'll find out. I will find out later today. Okay, how to pronounce the name. Okay. Last but not least, Andrell McMath, who goes to McMath. That's an unusual. That's the first time I ever known anybody named that. Booker T. Washington School of Law Magnet School program. Educators say that Andrell is a senior, is a remarkable student, a scholar with inestimable potential. Excuse me. He has shown an interest in the legal profession. Well, I hope somebody can straighten it out. And he has demonstrated his ability to advocate for others as well. In addition to his high school coursework, his dual enrollment in Trenton State Community College, and he is preparing to pursue data science and public policy at Morehouse College. Well, he picked a great college anyway. And law school at Howard University. His ambition is to fuse data analytics with law to ensure fair representation and for underrepresented communities. He is also collaborating with the Montgomery County Commission to establish a youth commission that will empower young voices in local government. Now, I'm good with all that. Now, I really don't know how analytics is going to play a great part in the dissemination of justice, because analytics, it's scientific, but there is no empathetic approach to law when you use machines. And that's the only. But I'd love to have him up here and see what his take on that is, because every time we try to impose logic and reason in certain venues of our communities and certain venues of our lives, it doesn't work. That's what scares me about AI. AI is a logical system, at least somewhat. And you cannot always use logic and reason in certain places where you should use empathy. Like if I go in front of the judge, Elkins, yes, you are. You done been in jail before for stealing. Yes, Your Honor. Now, how many times do you think you should be allowed in these people's stores and you steal it? Well, Your Honor, there's a reason. Well, I don't really care about your reason, Elkins, because stealing is wrong, no matter what your reasoning is. You see, that is the problem with logic and reason. Because what if my mom or dad just don't have the money to get me my what do you call that stuff? Insulin. Okay, I'm a diabetic. So I go to the store every once in a while and lift a candy bar so I don't get sick. And every time I lift that candy bar, Mr. Boss sees me. And so now, after 3 times, you want to throw a brother in jail because he stole a candy bar because he didn't, and his parents just didn't have the money to do what he needed to do. So, at that very moment, well, I'll be back. I'll finish that later. Bye.
Good morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. More than 100 members of the Alabama National Guard are headed to the U.S.-Mexico border to assist U.S. Customs and Border Control. Much of the mission is classified. The deployment could last anywhere from 9 months to more than a year. Montgomery police investigating a deadly shooting happened about 6:40 Saturday night. Authorities found 34-year-old Marquarius Williams on Mill Street. That's in the Washington Park area in Montgomery. Montgomery police are investigating this as a homicide. If you can help, call Crime Stoppers at 215-STOP. In East Alabama, officials are investigating a deadly crash that killed a teenager. Authorities say that crash involved a car and an 18-wheeler on Interstate 85 North between exits 57 and 58. A 19-year-old passenger died. 3 other people inside the car were treated for minor injuries. The 18-wheeler driver was not harmed. I'm Bethany Davis in the newsroom.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin on the final stretch of the campaign trail, 8 days out, and Kamala Harris is laying out her vision of her first 100 days in office. The vice president tells CBS's Nora O'Donnell.
It's going to be lowering costs and a package of legislation that is about lowering cost, again, on the issue of housing, small businesses, child tax credit, basically putting more money in the hands of American working people, but also cutting middle-class taxes.
Former President Donald Trump not impressed. He told a packed crowd at New York's Madison Square Garden.
She's unfit for office. Everyone knows it. No one respects her. No one trusts her. No one takes her seriously. Everyone knows she is a very low IQ individual.
Mr. Trump got an introduction from comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, who raised more than a few eyebrows with this remark.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Mr. Trump's campaign says the jokes weren't reviewed beforehand and do not reflect the former president's views. We're just getting word of a, quote, interagency operation at New York City's Metropolitan Detention Center. That's the Brooklyn jail where rapper Sean Combs is being held as he awaits trial on sex trafficking, sexual assault, kidnapping, and other charges. No specifics, but officials say today's operation is designed to maintain a safe environment for everyone there. More bad news for Earth.
Greenhouse gases hit record highs in 2023.
Sure they did.
The World Meteorological Organization says levels of the 3 main greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, all increased, with carbon dioxide accumulating in the atmosphere faster than ever, up more than 10% in 2 decades. This alarming trend, driven by fossil fuel emissions, locks in future temperature increases and puts the Paris Agreement goals at risk. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
If you use an iPhone or an iPad, you may be eligible for an upgrade starting today. CNET editor-at-large Bridget Carey says it's all about getting devices ready for AI.
They are working with having ChatGPT like kind of put into the phone, but that's later. Being able to make your own images later. So Apple's really taking this approach of going, let's make baby steps. Let's do it right.
A French movie star, a no-show for the start of his sexual assault trial. His lawyer says Gerard Depardieu's doctors wouldn't allow it because of his health. It's gone on without him. 75-year-old actor is accused of sexually assaulting 2 women on the set of his 2021 movie, The Green Shutters. S&P futures up 30. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
Good morning, Doctor. Doctor? Hi, Doctor. Doctor?
Dr. Jackson's practice is growing.
What do you mean we're still short-staffed?
He needs a good patient doctor.
How do we not have enough doctors to doctor all these patients?
And he doesn't have the patience to sift through hundreds of resumes.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, it's easier for talented candidates to find it, which makes it easier for you to hire them. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's common knowledge that after age 30, our metabolism changes.
I'm Chuck Norris. I tried everything. Working with the team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick has probiotics to help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, and powerful anti-aging supplements. Go to roundhouseprovisions.com, use code SAVE, or text SAVE to 511-511 and claim 40% off. SAVE to 511-511.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Tax fees may apply.
A wild ending to an NFL game and a mea culpa from a player.
The Commanders-Bears game came down to the final play on CBS.
Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line. And the ball's caught! It's a miracle!
A 52-yard Hail Mary touchdown pass from Jaden Daniels to Noah Brown gave Washington the last-second win. Bears cornerback Tyreek Stevenson later apologized on social media. He had been taunting fans with his back to the action as the play started and arrived late to be among those to try to defend Steve Kathan. CBS News.
At the movies.
What you learn from that?
Really dark, unpredictable sight to me.
Venom, The Last Dance, took a bite out of the box office. It was #1 over the weekend with $51 million in ticket sales. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8th, 2025, if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at robinhood.com/election.
You hear that sound? That's someone spreading an illness in your facility. Don't worry. Janny King, the king of clean, can help. For over 35 years, we've been cleaning and disinfecting office buildings, schools, churches, and even hospitals. Trust us to keep your employees safe, healthy, and at work this cold and flu season. To learn more about how our local cleaning experts can help you, visit JannyKingCleans.com. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
You ride your bicycle for fun, transportation, and exercise. Stay safe on the road. Alabama law says vehicles should give a minimum of 3 feet when passing. Anything can happen when riding a bike. Branches, even car doors. Ooh, the Montgomery Bicycle Club is asking drivers, stay wider of the rider. Pass a bike like you'd pass a car. Space saves lives. Learn more at mgmbikeclub.org and on social media. Stay wider of the rider.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, we are back. Hey, listen, I just wanted to give some props out here to United States Army. The Army is still undefeated, although the Navy got kind of, they got kind of smacked around. But I'm always for the service branches, even though, hey, Indiana, for the first time in a long time, is in the top 25, right on for Indiana. The Hoosiers State, okay, outstanding. I don't know how I got to Indiana. I don't know. I guess my mother was there, and I had to come with her because I'm part of her, I guess. So but Auburn won, Alabama won. None of the wins were exactly all that impressive, but okay, we'll take a win. We'll take a win. Either way it goes. But I think Notre Dame still has a better record than Alabama. And if Notre Dame were to play Alabama right now, they'd beat them. Oh yeah. If I was a betting man, yes, I would bet that Notre Dame would beat Alabama right about now. Now, if Nick Saban was there, well, I might have to hold up on that wager. But with the curse they got now, hey, we, we make it, and this is probably one of the few years that we be in position to beat them. But that's okay. Maybe if we get into this playoff thing, if Alabama loses another game, it's going to be kind of tough for them to get into the playoff thing there. Anyway, good morning to you. And although LSU did lose the other day, okay, which means I think that's who Alabama's playing. What's that, next week or week after next one? No, week anyway. Anyway, good morning to you. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Another person killed the other day. Was it Friday? Yeah, I wonder does anybody know exactly how many people we've had shot dead in this city? I don't. I'm beginning to believe that we're not really getting the whole story behind some of these shootings, and maybe we don't want to make ourselves look bad. Listen, I'm not blaming any. I'm only blaming the people who do the shooting. But I do believe it is time, and I don't know what it looks like, to tell you the truth. I know what I would do if I was, I'd say take me to court. But I would throw you in jail anyway. And if you walk around with a gun on you, probably don't have an ID on you. I would throw you in jail anyway. Again, just for GP, that's general principle. Let them take us to court. Evidently, I'm beginning to think that city attorneys, county attorneys, the reason they got those jobs because they can't win in the real world. We ought to be able to win some of these cases that we go to court on. We just gonna settle cases because we don't want to go to court. Well, then fire your city attorney or your county attorney or your state's attorney and get another one. Okay, maybe we ought to spend some money and get what's his name is always on TV, 333, whatever his name is. We need to get him on as one of our city attorneys. He don't never lose. They always come on TV telling all the money they done won. So let them win some money for us. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. And first of all, let me give a big shout out. Now, I didn't think I was going to have to do this because they have a record of losing just about all the time. But I must admit, I must give some shout out to Alabama State University for actually winning the game. I appreciate that. Nobody was shooting at the place. I don't know much. I've never been to the Classic or whatever the case. I mean, when you're from South Bend, Indiana, it's kind of difficult to go for a little school like Alabama State. However, I do believe in supporting them on the radio because they live right here. They're right here in Montgomery, Alabama. So maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe, Saturday was the beginning of the rest of the season, and we won't lose anymore. Okay. I'm just saying maybe. I realize but I realize that that's a stretch. But hey, who knows? Maybe that's needed that little motivation. And because I actually thought when they got down to Birmingham, they were going to lose another one. I put a book 0, but they didn't. So that just goes to show you what you can do when you put your mind to winning. You can win. 860-1440 is the number here. If you want to give us a call, love to talk to you, whatever on your mind this morning. I know the election's on your mind this morning. Michelle Obama's out and about now trying to tell me, I get I ain't for her either. I like her. And I got to tell you the truth. If Michelle Obama was running for president, I probably wouldn't have a problem voting for her over what's her name, because she comes across as a very smart woman. I don't agree with her politics, but she does come across as a very smart woman, one who's sharp. So I couldn't vote for. Oh, guess what I heard Kamala say the other day? She was in someplace, St. Louis, someplace, and she called herself Kamala. See, she's not a Kamala until she gets in the media. She said, "Hi, it's Kamala." Well, see, if everybody else calls her Kamala, then all of a sudden that's the wrong name. Okay, but when she calls herself Kamala, then that's okay. I hear you. Good morning. Yeah, we don't know. Oh, really? I got that right here. Wow. Okay, well, we got one on Mule Street, I guess, and And another one someplace. Mm, oh, which is why Daryl Bailey's not here anymore. Why he retired because he kind of got tired of putting people in jail and the judges letting them out. So yes. Well, I wasn't here then. If it was before '91, then I don't know. So I am. But, yeah, pretty much. See, pretty much it's not everything. It's a great variety of things, but not everything. So you got me on that one. Well, now, okay, and I'm willing to accept that, but right now we put a mud hole in Alabama. Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard of that place before. Yeah, yeah. Grady. Okay, okay. I like that. I like that. Okay, he's not wimping out. He's not saying we're going to close it. We're going to make it great again. And personally, I'm tired of running out to East Chase. You know, you move so far away from the folks who are willing to spend the money that it's going to cost us money to come out there to do business with you. When Best Buy moved out there, I stopped going to them. I'm not running all over town to find you to spend my money. Cost me $5 to get out there and gas. Right. Yeah. All right. That's true. That's true. Yeah. 8:16 in the morning. Just in case you need to be there by 8:30, you got 14 minutes by which to arrive. Good morning. Morning, Steve. Hey, I ran into one of your mentees the other day. He told me yeah, told me tell you hi. Yeah. 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 Good to see. Yeah. 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 No, I was too busy being screwed up by my mentor. So I yeah. Let me hear. Let me hear. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Uh huh. You know, I heard that. I heard that, and I'm just tell you, yeah, that didn't sit well with me. Yeah, that didn't. Yeah, that didn't. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's kind of, yeah, but let me tell you what. Sometimes, when just like this business, if somebody cusses on the air, sometimes it's better to wait a minute. Sometimes it's better to ignore it, and people say, "Did he say that?" Yeah, I'm just saying, but but he did, and I yeah. Well, listen again, but I'm not putting yeah, but I'm not putting that on Trump or anybody. He said that. Now me, me personally, I would have had him escorted out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute now. I'm not gonna give the whole. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna give the whole side. I don't. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna blame. Right. I'm not gonna blame everybody for what idiot said. Well, I hear you, but then again, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold it. Time out. We talking about a group of people who want to kill their children like they trash, and you got the audacity to worry about what this guy said. I'm just saying that's what we do. What? Yeah. Yeah. Listen, listen. No, you know what? Wait a minute, wait a minute. The man's been president before, and all this hyperbole you guys putting out, I hear you. And she don't have none either. He didn't. Wait a minute. He didn't say that. Somebody else said that. What? What? But that's if he'd have brought it up. Wait. If he'd have brought it up, if he would right, but if he'd have brought it up, we've been talking about all day long. Yeah, yeah. I hear. Mm-hmm. Okay. Again, though. All right. Appreciate it. I don't. There are a lot of Puerto Rican people who live in New York. I mean, I don't know where this guy came up with that verbiage. I just don't know. I would have asked him to leave, get off the stage. We don't need this. That's what I would have done. Yeah, that's what I would have done. I'm not them. Good morning. Yes. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, something like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. 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 Wait a minute. Trump didn't say it either, though. Yeah. And again, I've been asking it. I've been asking it. Wait a minute. I've been asking this question. If you can answer this question, why do you believe that so many people of reasonable intelligence has decided to go with Trump almost through whatever? Why do you believe that? Right. So I'm gonna. Well, I'm not sick. As a matter of fact, no, 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 not. I'm not sick. It was rigged. It, it, it was rigged though. Okay. Right. Well, first of all, there was no insurrection. No, there was no insurrection. Name me one person that was charged with insurrection. I hear you, brother. I got you. Name me one person that was charged with insurrection, and I agree with you. But there was no insurrection. Okay, none. We had people that were ticked off at their government, and they redressed their grievances. However, I will admit that they got a little bit out of line. They did, but there was nobody was trying to take over the government. All right, at least not from what I saw anyway. Let me see, 820. And how long y'all gonna be saying that? Nobody's been charged with insurrection. So how you keep saying that? Okay, insurrections when a group of people get together and convene themselves to overthrow the government. That was not the case. We got some people that were, Now I would tell you that burning down federal buildings was worse than what happened in Washington D.C. and hardly nobody went to jail. Good morning. Good morning. Well, again, I don't know. I'll be glad the election's over now. Oh, all right, appreciate it. Now it seems that George Lopez. It seems that George Lopez said some pretty rotten things too at the Kamala Harris thing. But either way it go, there's some speech. It's protected speech, but it don't make it right. Good morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it does seem right, but it does seem, and I'm not making an excuse for that guy. I thought it was trashy, but it does seem that if somebody calls themselves a Republican, they say something out of character or what we consider wrong. It takes a whole lot more magnification than when George Lopez said something pretty much the same thing at the Kamala Harris thing in Phoenix. So, oh, did you hear what he said? Oh, okay. Well, both sides had their own perspective, and so I'm not right or wrong, but mhm. Well, it does seem that the Democrats don't hold their own people accountable. Republicans will hold their people accountable, saying stupid things most of the time. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It should have went to the listen. It should have went to the Supreme Court. They screwed those people. Well, again, though, you see what they did to Julian. Listen, in America, you telling me that you don't have the right to use your free speech to say that somebody screwed up without that they took that man's part of the day. This well, I just think that's not America. You take everything they have because they gave an opinion. Listen, I don't know. I do not know because that's not the country I serve where you lose your everything because you use your freedom of speech to say, I think we got screwed. Yeah. Well, and why should Sean Hannity be accosted because he thought that they got screwed? This is America. We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about political speech. Listen, because our culture and our society and culture in America at that particular time was not being fair to a certain group of people. That's why. But that's got nothing to do with speech. Well, again, how did you? It needs to go to the Supreme Court. They take Giuliani's car now because he said something. Well, I just, let me ask you something. Did you ever, you served this country, did you ever think that somebody in America will lose everything they had because they said they think you cheated? Okay, but they didn't see through it. Did you ever believe that? I never believed that would happen in this country. Yeah. Well, I never thought that would happen. No. Okay. Well, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about right now, though. People pay the price for that. Okay. I don't know why they didn't fight it. I don't know why they didn't fight it. I'm talking about, I'm talking about that makes all of us subject. All of us subject to the same kind of system. Yeah. Okay. I gotta run. Appreciate it. Gotta run. I just never in my lifetime did I think. They don't lose everything they get because they still they believe that somebody can in America. Never. The other day they took Giuliani's car, his own car. They took his car. Does this sound like China or something like that? This, I'm appalled that I live in a country that would do that to somebody. Excuse my butt. We'll be back.
All with your ladies and gentlemen, rocking is here. The Benny Show says challenging opinions with cutting edge insight. Wherever you listen. See? So let's take a look.
Call 877-4-411.
Early vaccines. Right before you start back to school. You have to take California law requires children of all ages to take immunizations before attending school. Every child needs to be vaccinated against polio, diphtheria, tetanus, and pertussis, also known as whooping cough, measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
The time on the clock says it's 8:39 in the morning, this Monday morning, as a matter of fact. 860-424 is the number. We want to get a call. Whatever on your mind. All right, then. Good morning. I'm doing fine. If this is your 3 minutes. Trump did not call anybody dark. There was somebody at that rally. It's not, they're lying on me. Again. No, no, no. Well, I don't mind you tell if you are telling the truth, that's fine. But if you're lying on the man, that's but your opinion has to be based at least in fact. So you well let me ask you, you believe that when we let illegal aliens in here to kill American citizens, are they doing wait a minute, here's a question. Are they helping the country or hurting the country? Are they helping the country or are they hurting the country? No. Are they helping the country or hurting the country when they come in here and they bring drugs, fentanyl, and all that kind of stuff in? Okay. Race has got nothing to do with it. And they are. And they are. But they are. There ain't no opinion. The voter was vote is confiscated. Okay. All right, hey, appreciate your call. I appreciate your call. I had enough of that. Good morning on there. And you believe that? You believe that? Okay, the court believed it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So when they defamed Trump, all 4 years, wait a minute, 4 years in the White House, saying he was a stooge for Putin, he was a spy. So nobody gets the blame for that. Okay, okay, right. A lot of them are, and a lot of them are doing the empty prison. True. We got rap music. Wait, we got rap music coming on the radio every day saying the same thing. Okay, yeah, country music. Mm-hmm. Mm. And hyperbole is used by many people. I would agree he's not been a very good statesman, not a very good politician. I would agree with that. Wait a minute. Your boy been there for 50 years in Washington. He said stupid things. Okay, okay. See, you see what I'm saying? So you give Biden a pass, and he older than Trump, but you blame Trump. Okay, okay. No. Wait. He's still president of the. He is still president of the United States. Yeah, I hear you. It is. And he's 81 that is the president. Yeah. You know, we really we stayed giving them the environment at the time we were in. I don't know. I probably well, I would probably say something every once in a while. Yeah. Well, I got you. I got to take a break. While I break it out, we'll be back. And we are back. I actually be glad when this thing is over. To tell you the truth, but I'll live with it. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? I can hear you fine. Okay. I'm not going to say he won already. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. Can't, can't say I have. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that one. Mm. Right, right. We talked about it. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. and rarely do we hear about the issue. We hear about the personal attacks on each other, and both of them are bad at doing that. And so whoever, we still won't know what they believe. I know they don't believe somehow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. I would love to have a conversation about freedom of speech because but what they doing to these people, they said anything they wanted to about Trump, but Giuliani, but you can't say that somebody cheated you if that's the way you felt. I mean, really? Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody. All right. I mean, real honestly, in a country that has has prided itself on speech that other people don't like. The only reason why we needed the First Amendment is because it wasn't so people can say things that everybody likes. It was so that people could say what they want to say, do not like it. Because if everything we say has a message in it to someone, you know. And I listen. I'm not. It's not that Trump wasn't trying to steal the children. Again, this early voting thing. Where that come from? That's not the Constitution of the United States. Yeah, seriously. Where's that at? That's not there. And how do we know that the voting coming in now? People started voting today. How do we know that it's there? As a matter of fact, they did say something the other day that they got a bunch with what country so they got thousands of people on the who are not registered. So I'm just trying to figure out uh, uh, what freedom of speech anymore. You know, so it's only freedom of speech if it's your speech and not somebody else's. I don't know. I'm just. If somebody can show me where the word early voting is in the Constitution of the United States, I'll shut up. Yeah.
1340 WLWFA, the home of Sean Hannity, also at 833 FM. Media station. Here's CBS News on the hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Fallout over a comedian's bill. Former President Donald Trump spent an hour rally at Madison Square Garden in New York.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico.
The Trump campaign quick to say it did not vet the remark, and the former president does not share Hinchcliffe's views. The same as President Harris got a thumbs up, and Puerto Rican music star Bad Bunny, CBS with Media Cavasso.
This is debated about Bunny's popularity.
Mr. Trump made closing arguments at the garden.
Next Tuesday, you have to stand up and you have to tell Kamala Harris that you've done a terrible job.
The campaign says the VP will give what it calls a major closing argument speech on the Ellipse in Washington tomorrow. Two major newspapers are suffering after their owners decided not to make presidential endorsements. CBS's Stacey Lynn.
Many readers of the Washington Post and Los Angeles Times have posted pictures on social media showing they canceled their subscriptions, and they're urging others to do the same and start a cancellation movement. Several journalists also resigned over the decision.
The Washington Post, run by Jeff Bezos, the LA Times by another billionaire, Patrick Soon-Shiong, who says he feared an endorsement would add to the country's division. New efforts to stop the fighting in Gaza. Correspondent Remy Inocencio is in Tel Aviv.
CIA Director Bill Burns is back in Qatar to try to restart talks between Israel and Hamas. Egypt has proposed a 2-day ceasefire and the release of 4 intraday hostages for Palestinian prisoners.
California's governor and LA's mayor, Karen Bass, are promoting the state's film and TV tax credit will lure movie makers back to Hollywood.
We took it for granted that it was always going to be here in state
legislature. Will have to say. The sexual assault trial of French movie star Gerard Depardieu has opened in France with Netflix. With over Catherine Arms from Paris.
His lawyers say they have asked for a postponement until the stars go home. His lawyer said witnesses and evidence would be put forward, but that the actor also wanted to speak for himself. The airfield was requesting delay until he was well enough to appear.
75-year-old Depardieu is accused of sexually assaulting 2 women at the movie set. Now, 328. This is CBS News.
Choose O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with all Templeries came through with flying colors. Take Wesley's for a free consultation. 3.3-6460.
A longtime pharmacist in the Northeast is moving on.
For almost 30 years, pharmacist Bob Hesterberg has been distributing prescriptions and care from the Walgreens in the town of Western, Massachusetts.
You walk in, he not only greets you by name, but he wants to know how your family is.
He's not retiring. He's moving to a pharmacy 4 miles away.
I don't want to retire, even though I am 75. I don't want to retire. I'm not ready for it.
Over the weekend, the community gave him a nice send-off for around $6,000.
I can't believe it. It's amazing.
CBS News.
Things got crazy at a Timothy Chalamet look-alike contest in New York City. The actor surprised the crowd in Washington Square Park when he showed up in person, greeted fans and posed for photos with dozens of doppelgangers. Police shut down the party and gave the organizers a $500 fine. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
My fellow Americans, it's time to vote yes for a nicer, newer car. It's your commander in relief, Matt Parsley from Budget Car and Truck Sales. I'm on a mission to make car buying affordable again. So if you've been dreaming of driving a nicer, newer car, cast your old ride away, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value based on the price of the car you pick. I want to help you drive a car you want and deserve with the banks and the credit unions that say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. And give you way more for your old ride in the process. That's why at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're all about affordability. My solutions specialists work hard to help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment you can afford. So cast your old ride away with the banks that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. But hurry, like elections, these deals won't last forever. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these all-American rides at budgetsays.yes.com, 61 Mendell Parkway next to Fraser Church, or call 334-244-9777.
Hey, y'all, Lewis is the Capital Oyster Bar over here on that beautiful Alabama River, and jumped to some fun times on the river. You know, you can get down here and rent you a pontoon boat. Let me tell you what else you can do. You can get down here and have you a good time. It's Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock. Josh Garrett is back in town. We're going to rock the house with some good old Southern Louisiana blues. Check it out, CapitalOysterBar.com or Facebook page. See what Josh is going to do, and you'll want to be down here Sunday. So come hungry. We're going to cook you up some great seafood. Don't forget you can rent your pontoon boat. Get down here soon. Showtime 4 o'clock, y'all.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8th, 2025, if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at robinhood.com/election.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-859-3220. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 to 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider. 859-3220 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou. 859-3220. 859-3220.
You hear that sound? That's someone spreading an illness in your facility. Don't worry. Janny King, the king of clean, can help. For over 35 years, we've been cleaning and disinfecting office buildings, schools, churches, and even hospitals. Trust us to keep your employees safe, healthy, and at work this cold and flu season. To learn more about how our local cleaning experts can help you, please that's JannyKingCleans.com.
Miss Juan Hannity. Apparently, the News Live this afternoon at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Of course, nobody's answered my question. 860-1440 is the number here. Nobody's answered my question yet. And I think it's a conversation that needs to be had, but we're not having it. we spend more time arguing about why would people, 80 million people, or maybe more, say, I'd rather put a guy that has a trumped up 34 count charges against him, uh, as imperfect as he is, and he is, we'd rather have him than the former prosecutor, okay? Former prosecutor, whose job it was as the Attorney General of the state of California, whose job it was to not only prosecute people, but to make sure that there was justice done. And there are many cases in her past where she would not, she knew people were innocent, but she would not drop charges until a court ordered her to let these people go. So, how do you going to act like you care so much about us when you have the power to figure out citizens and what you find? And some people need to go to jail. But then you will not let them out. You know that they're innocent, and people, courts have to tell you to let them go. Listen, we got enough people doing wrong things as it is. They need to go to jail. But when we find out, I mean, should a court have to, uh, 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 should, a, should it ever take a judge to let a citizen go to jail when the DA knows that the citizen is innocent? No, that's her. Tell her nothing about that one, do you? And so, if she's willing to do that to the least of these, then what is she willing to do to the rest of it? Anyway, 8 14 number here. Good morning. Okay, I'm going to hang up on you now, too. What tomorrow? Go ahead. Now, I'm black, too. I want you to remember that. I'm black. Yeah. But I'm black. I'm black. So stop going to the race thing. I know, but it's got, but every premise you bring up includes race. Maybe it's philosophy. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about us. I want to. You can explain it. Okay, can I add it? You can explain it. Good morning. You would have just explained. Good morning. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah. No. Who? Dr. Phil. I forgot all about him. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess everybody's sick who votes for Trump, but if they vote for the other person, then we got all of our marbles. I don't know. Again, though, nobody has answered the question. I ain't talking about do. Why do you believe that 80 million people plus are willing to vote for a guy who has these Trump 34 charges on him? Okay. Uh, I mean, he may have done something illegal, something improper. I'll go along with that. But it did not rise to the level of trying to put a man in getting a critical account. It's never been done by anybody before. But anyway, but even if it was that way, why are we still willing to vote for him? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, and they listen. They now and they took a whole ass sharpness car yet either. Because how much money he owed. Anyway, all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had too much leave in that house. Okay. They said, yeah, they had a lot of leave in the house. I don't know what that's about. Good morning. Sure. Wait a minute. Did I just get that? Wait a minute. Didn't I just get that talking? Huh? This is Duke. You don't think I know your voice, man? She won't do it now. Wait a minute. She's been vice president for 4 years. She hasn't done it now. Because we all are criminals of some sort. Because wait, wait a minute. Here's the reason why. Because those crooks and murderers that and drug dealers are not covered by the Constitution of the United States. We got no. We got a constitution and immigration law that is already on the book that Harris and Biden will not enforce. All the judges are Democrats for the most part. They don't do anything. Okay, they don't care. Most of them are probably owing somebody else too for their being in office. So everybody, they ain't did it in 4 years. They haven't did it in 4 years. They haven't did it in 4 years. So they're not going to do it now either. They just won't do it. I'm sorry about that. Appreciate it. Good morning. Pretty good. Mhm. Appreciate it. It is 9:19 in the morning. Good morning. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. So, let's let's investigate what you said, and then you can go on. I just so we're voting for him because he is a senior. Now he does not. Does he have a record of accomplishment in the White House? Were we living? Were we living better under him than we are under them? I was living better. I was living better. I'm poor. I mean, groceries went up, my insurance went up, light went up, and then everything has gone up. Body and her, oh, okay. Okay. We have nothing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we did too. No. That's what they say. And you blame that on Trump. I'm just saying, but show me, give me some words out of his mouth to make you think that he wants to take us back to slavery. Well, what day? I mean, you said the day of the past. So what day you talking about? Yeah. Right, right. Hmm. Now, so the well, out of the two parties, who wants to take more money from those people who, for the first time in their life, are trying to get a foothold into America? And who wants to take a lot more of their money? No. Now, who has stated that they want to raise the taxes on every? Right now, we're paying less taxes because of Donald John Trump. But as soon as they, yeah, look it up. Okay. How many poor people hire anybody? I, how many poor people hire anybody? Nobody. No, they don't. Poor people don't hire people. Well, I do that too. That don't make, but that don't make me rich. And then if I'm paying you, okay, but okay, how many people? How many poor people? And if that plumber works, okay, okay, and that's true. But if But if that plumber or that mechanic worked for a big company, he's making a better living than if I called him and said, "Can you come fix this for me?" And I ain't got much money. Yeah. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. 864-1449-24 Let's see. Wait. And we'll be back. Again, last time I checked, the folks don't give W-2. We'll be back.
First alert weather forecast. Radio.
Low 80s, eastern breeze. Mostly clear lows in the mid 50s.
News Radio 1440.
Listen to News Radio 1440 from the comfort of your car seat, the comfort of your office, or the comfort of your recliner at home. We are everywhere on the radio, online, and on your home speaker. News Radio 1440.
That's what they call me. 95 to the president. What they say, Wilkins, Williams,
When I realized I was going to have to sign up for my own health insurance plan, I was ready to quit. But then I found Health Markets. Health Markets lays out a list of plans available to you. It's straightforward and so easy. And open
You get to choose how much data that you actually want. $25 a month, you get unlimited talk, mobile hotspot, go with Pure Talk, you can choose how much data you actually want. In fact, you can 50 so you can now. If you do it now, you're taking just 50% off the first month on Pure Talk. With cybersecurity awareness, I don't want to remind you to update the software. These updates are used to patch up security issues and identity thieves work to gain comprehensive identity theft protection. Let them encourage you to really research the secret info and identity theft issues. Start with radio agent use one info. Did you know that our people vaccinated against rabies? This is State Public Health Veterinarian D. Jones. Rabies vaccination protects dogs and cats from the deadly virus and reduces the risk to the owners who can normally be exposed or unvaccinated pets. Because you and your family and your are getting the vaccinated today.
This is two to the public health in this station. I'm Dr. Rita Johnson. Today's tip for kids from the American Community as a parent, stories of being teenager. To help you keep yourself safe, use your own and follow consequences. Set rules for your team, including wearing a seatbelt, having always around it, and looking for distractions. Make sure your team knows it is never okay. For a safe driving and living,
Today, enjoy the week with friends we haven't seen in a while. The next day, we received a new written note. They delivered a new note. Many of us know they would enjoy that book together. What would have happened would be in the next. Today's Cemetery Local Florida. It's a question to the fact that we look in the using some things. Jordan will take us up. This community by teaching computer skills and helping them build a basic resume to save them their very own US income. It's huge when somebody said, hey man, that job there you have me. My name is Bill. So I am just very
It really is. Zero show. News Radio 14.
And we are back. Let me make it correctly. Actually, we have 74 million votes. Now, we all know that the votes don't really, they matter, but they matter only in context that whoever gets the most votes from that particular state gets to grab all the electoral, all the electors in that. It's traditionally not how it works. So even though, so it depends on which state you get the most votes out of, you have to become the president of the United States. But you feel like again, the majority of, I think there were 270 elections. Not talking about, I did get over 300 in 2020. I think we got 306. In fact, in Trump had 232. So, so even though the vote are not, we don't really vote for president. We vote for the electorate of that particular state. And whoever gets the most electorate gets the state. So that's why, and that's what one of the reasons why the is because some states are giving up. It would be unfair for Los Angeles and New York, Chicago, to determine who wins the election. 1440, so remember, good money on there. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
And these Republicans have spent 8 years whining about Obamacare. And that's it. That's all they got. All right. Well, then I hope you realize that everybody was against him. So that would be all of them, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC, all of them. It really talks to you. You really listen.
Right, right. Yeah.
It's not. Okay, we were all doing well. We had the tax cuts, the millionaire tax cuts. We won. We had a tax cut. We had a tax people. And we substituted the itemized deductions. We also had $20,000 more deductions. That's way more than our itemized, so we did get a tax cut. And the world was, the world actually was quiet. We were kind of world. So we connected to all the media personnel. And we went to it for our news. And we actually saw how all these people are working, how they have lied about it since 2016. And we just saw the real thing, what was happening.
And I listen. I totally agree with you because you sound a very reasonable person. I think I'm a pretty reasonable guy of average intelligence, or maybe a little bit above. And I reach the same conclusion. Anytime you find everybody that's supposed to be somebody against a one individual, and I'm saying to myself, what's he doing? Good. What's he saying? And you listen to the guy, to this day. Now, my only problem with that is that sometimes the city is but he's never been a politician. He's been a boss. And when bosses tell you what to do, you wonder if you do it or you lose your job. But what he learned, I believe, in Washington, if you're a senator, you pretty much got as much influence, maybe not over as many people as the president does. And so you need to get with some of these folks if you want to get anything done and compromise with them and work with them. You can't tell them what to do. And that's it. Leadership, and in leadership, we took a private and made him a general, and that doesn't work out too good most of the time. I mean, he had some bumps, he had to deal with, but I still believe that man cares more about America than anybody's doing that right now than out of way. And so, uh, yeah. So again, I like DeSantis, but DeSantis quit. And I like Ronald Swaney. Ronald Swaney quit. But you said the one thing that I really want to agree. The Republicans spend too much time whining rather than doing something about it. Yeah, right. And I don't think they like it. You know what? Yeah, 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 yeah. What they have built for themselves. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Yeah. Mhm, mhm. Right, 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 mhm, right. Mhm. I know that Hunt, when I got here, had been not long installed as the governor, and it looked like he had opposition from day one. But he seemed, mm, yeah, it's also. All right, appreciate it. Okay, hey, appreciate the contribution. I'll get to the minutes. I got to tell our piece. We got to take a break. We'll be back 9:39 with 6 minutes calls. But again, she said the word right though. What did she call it? A unit. Uh, unit 9015022. It was a, basically we meant a combined party. Really, like, not really a whole lot of difference. Really don't.
First alert weather forecast. The low 80s with a easterly breeze, mostly clear low from the Tuesday all the way through Friday. Sun and cloud. Highs will remain in the mid to low 80s, overnight low to the 60s, with mainly dry weather expected this week. And that's the first alert forecast. I'm WSFA reading off of the
Good afternoon. That's someone spreading an illness in your facility. Overall, Jenny King, the King of Clean, years, we've been cleaning and disinfecting office buildings, schools, churches, and even hospitals. Staff to keep your employees safe, healthy, and work with issues, including our local cleaning service and you. Visit GreenKingGreens.com. That's GreenKingGreens.com. Election. Your representative, you can now trade a range of derivatives contracts who will win the U.S. presidential election, and get the contract prices react to real-time market trends. This will pay which is confirmed at the next president. Learn more about the presidential election contract at Robinhood.com/election. The risk of long from trading commodities interest is substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you and your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. The trade prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood, a registered futures commission which is exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at Robinhood.com/election. When it comes to your needs, whatever you want to get started on, you can find it at StreamWP.org. StreamWP.org is a free resource to continuing value program for education. We need to move money from the foundation benefit because personal view gets more information about me. StreamWP.org. It's the easy way to when it comes to your money, whatever you want to get started on, you can find it. If you want to research on the one person you can value for education. It means a place to start when you want to get started.
She's got fruits and vegetables in your can. Look what counted in the nutrients because people have chemical and learn keeping yourself healthy. Keeping nutrition is a healthy food habit.
You need to be aware that you employees to help protect yourself and your family. Prevention is key in safeguarding against tick and mosquito-borne diseases. For more information and tips on how to protect you and your family from these pests, visit our website at
Even with that, without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise.
Well, Candace Owens has been rejected coming into Australia. They didn't like some of the things she said. Well, that's not America. You know, people have a right to say. She said something about they didn't. She said in her speeches. Put them in there at the gate at the airplane. You need to get back on that airplane and leave. Oh, okay. My only problem with Candace Owens is this. I think she tries too hard to be a contrarian, and she's really not the contrarian that she seems to be. But it is a way to get it out of me. See, you know, I'm a middle of the road guy. I mean, sometimes I like what the Democrats say, and most of the time I don't. Yeah, I Democrats say things like that. The Republicans, I lean with them, but they're not always right. So, you know, we can't be judged. But Candace Owens, I like it, but I think she tries too hard to be a contrarian. Sometimes, you know, if you can never agree with the opinion on anything, then somebody's been intellectually disingenuous. We all have got something in common. So even Democrats have something in common. You want it? Yeah. Who? Oh, I agree with the woman. I agree with the woman. Everything she said, I agree with. Uh, as many as I chose to. If they make if they I put that crap you saying. So, so, but it's philosophically. I agree with her philosophically in whole. It was. I agree with her. Oh, so I ain't been alive for 68 years? I haven't seen, wait a minute. I haven't lived, wait a minute. I haven't lived in some of this. I haven't lived through this. I've been around the last 68 years. I don't know what the hell's going on. Hmm. Okay. Okay. And here's my, and these are the rules. And these, because I don't want you to skip it down to the finish. These are the rules. You can stay on if what you're saying follows logic and reason and it makes sense. I'm gonna let you go longer than 3 minutes. But if all you can tell me black this, black that, because of I'm done with it. Who whose reality? It's a Mhm. It's about philosophical differences that we have. That I can live with. I got no problem with it. But I don't mind people. But if it's the same speech I've been hearing for like 10 years, and well, we get different listeners all the time, so everybody doesn't know what I stand for. Right. They don't, so I got to make sure they got it. Then tell, then tell them to call. Heck, first thing I brought up this morning was murder. First thing I brought up. First thing I brought up this morning was about the people getting killed. First thing. What can we do about it? What can we do about it? What can we do about it? What? let me ask you a question. What if you the grand poobah? What would you do? You get shot. Mm. Well, that sounds good. That sounds really okay. Well, you can do it now. You can do it now. So why do you want other people to beg them to listen to you? Yeah. Mhm. And from what I understand, yeah. Well, from what I understand, these two future guys like you, with the folks and these kids, you understand. So if you can't do it, and I can't do it, the daddy ain't doing it, then who's supposed to do something else? Well, some people have. So what do you want to do with them then? And so was I. I didn't go around shooting and killing people. Well, exactly. Okay. Well, everybody has a story, but everybody's got a story. Yeah, everybody's got a story. And why? Because their kids evidently are not making them kids. What they're producing is what's killing our folks out here. But money is not the issue. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got you. All right. Mhm. that live free crap, that ain't gonna do no good. But I hear you. Hey, appreciate it. Let me take you. I'm running out of time. Good morning. Hello. Say again. Uh, yeah. 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 Calhoun. Yeah, I think I never saw that. It was Calhoun store. Yeah. Big time. Yeah. Good. Now it's horticulture fine. Good morning. Okay. Whatever. And both of y'all wrong. Both of y'all wrong. Both of you wrong. But I let her stay a while. She stayed a while. She stayed a while. But admit that she stayed on the phone a while. Yeah, they did it. Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. You don't vote. Okay, yeah. See you later. Good morning. Who's this? I know. I got some tissue here from some wipe his teardrops from a guy. It's not like it's an you can articulate their point without making it about race. You can make it about philosophy. You can make it about the things you believe or don't believe. The ethics is kind of low. And Candace, like I said, I like it. They stopped her at the gate at the airport and tried to get her to get her like in the main station. Well, they don't have to. We've got to use it. But again, I think she tries too hard to get secretary as opposed to validate her argument. Okay? This is great. This is really true. Anyway, that's her. Hmm. Oh, I just hard. Anyway, so anybody else got anyone? But again, they lied on that man. For 4 years straight, they lied on him. You know, they lied on the man, but we don't care about that because we don't like it. Well, if they could go for the good shit, we would appreciate everything. Not good Sunday morning. Hey, good morning, who's this? I hear you. Good morning, who's this? Okay, there you go. See you right here. Good morning, on here. Yes. Yeah. They're not because they like the lady said a little while ago. We don't have two parties. We got two half parties that believe a little bit about this. Well, they agree on so many things. You can't tell the difference. Mm-hmm. What they do, they make laws and presidents don't. But time's up. Okay. On top of the ground.